Hello everyone, my name is Katya and today I'm going to show you how to crochet this tree. You can add it to a base, you can add it to a cone, or you can leave it as is. For this project you're going to need number 4 medium weight yarn. I have it in green color. I also picked up the shimmery eyelash yarn. You don't have to use this yarn, you can use any yarn of your choice or you can skip it all together. You're also going to need your 5mm crochet hook. Next, you're going to need some sort of a base for the tree if you want to add the base. I got this at my Dollar Tree. It's a candle holder. And you're also going to need some sort of a foam cone, but you can skip it and just stuff your tree or just leave it as is. It's up to you. For round 1, we're going to start with the magic ring. To work on your magic ring, hold on to your yarn tail with your thumb, wrap your yarn around your 2 fingers, crisscross it in the front. Hold on to your working yarn with your ring finger. Here we made an X. Insert your hook underneath the first circle. Using the second circle, bring out a loop, twist it, go into your working yarn and chain 1. Here we have a magic ring with the chain 1. We need to chain 1 more. This chain 2 doesn't stand for a double crochet. Into this magic ring, we're going to work 6 double crochets. Here's 1. 2, 3, continue working on your double crochets until you have 6. At the end of round 1, you should have 6 double crochets. Let's go ahead and pull on this yarn tail to tighten the center. To end this round, we're going to slip stitch into the first double crochet. So here we have our chain 2. Don't slip stitch using that chain 2, but go into your first double crochet and go ahead and slip stitch to end round 1. For round 2, we're going to chain 1. This chain 1 doesn't stand for a stitch. Back into that first stitch, we're going to work 2 double crochets using that stitch. So here's 1, and go back into that same stitch and work your second double crochet. Now we need to repeat. We're going to work 2 double crochets into the next stitch. And that's the repeat, is just working 2 double crochets into each stitch around. So here I'm working my 2 double crochets into the next stitch. Continue working like this, and at the end of this round you will have 12 double crochets. At the end of round 2 you should have 12 double crochets. Let's go ahead and slip stitch into the first double crochet, which is right over here, to end this round. For round 3, we're going to chain 1 and work 1 double crochet back into that first stitch where we slip stitched into. Now we're just going to work 1 double crochet into each stitch around. So continue working, just 1 double crochet into each stitch around, and I'll meet you at the end of round 3. You should have 12 double crochets. At the end of round 3, you should have 12 double crochets. Let's go ahead and end this round by slip stitching using the first double crochet, which is right over here. Chain 1. And back into this first stitch for round 4, we're going to go ahead and work 1 double crochet. Into the next stitch, work 2 double crochets. Here's 1, and go back into that same stitch and work your second double crochet. Let's repeat. We're going to work 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and then 2 double crochets into the following stitch. Continue working like this, and at the end of this round you should have 18 double crochets. At the end of round 4 you should have 18 double crochets. Let's go ahead and slip stitch into the first double crochet to end this round. For round 5 we're going to chain 1 and work 1 double crochet around. So into every stitch we're going to work our double crochets. Continue working like this, and at the end of this round you should have 18 double crochets. At the end of round 5, you should have 18 double crochets. Slip stitch into the first double crochet to end this round. For round 6 will be our increase round. We're going to chain 1 and work 1 double crochet back into that same stitch that we slip stitched into, our first stitch. Work 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and into the following stitch we're going to work 2 double crochets. Will be our increase. Let's repeat. We're going to work 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So here's 1, and go into the next stitch and work your second double crochet. Into the following stitch, work 2 double crochets. And that's the repeat, is just working 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches and then 2 double crochets into the following stitch. Continue working like this, and at the end of this round you should have 24 double crochets. To end round 6, we're going to slip stitch into the first double crochet. For round 7, we're going to chain 1, and for this round we're just going to work 1 double crochet into each stitch around, and at the end of this round you should have 24 double crochets. So continue working and I'll meet you at the end of this round. At the end of round 7 you should have 24 double crochets. Let's go ahead and end by slip stitching into the first double crochet. Round 8 is our last increase round. We're going to start by chaining 1 and work 1 double crochet back into that first stitch. Work 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. Here's 1, and go into the following stitch and work your second double crochet. Together we should have 3 double crochets. So here's 1, 2, and 3. Into the following stitch, work 2 double crochets. It's our increase. And let's repeat. We're going to work 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. And into the following stitch, work 2 double crochets. And now you're going to repeat. You're going to work 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches and then 2 double crochets into the following stitch. Continue working like this, and at the end of this round you should have 30 double crochets. At the end of round 8, this is how it looks like. To end this round, we're just going to go ahead and slip stitch into the first double crochet. Now for round 9 all the way to round 13, we're just going to chain 1 and work 1 double crochet into the first stitch, and then 1 double crochet into the remaining stitches. So all it is just working 1 double crochet around for 5 rounds. Continue working like this, and I'll meet you at the end of round 13 to show you what to do next. At the end of round 13, this is how it looks like. Now, if I put in the cone that I'm using, you can see that it's covering all of it. And if you're going to be using a cone, that's what you're looking for. If you're going to be stuffing yours, you don't need to worry about this part, but you just want to make sure it covers the cone that you're going to be using. Let's go ahead and end round 13 by slip stitching into the first double crochet. Now round 14 is our ruffle round, and what we need to do is chain 1, and back into this first stitch where we slip stitched into, we're going to work 6 double crochets. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. These 6 double crochets are all worked into 1 stitch. You can move these a little bit, skip this stitch, the next stitch, and into the following stitch you're going to repeat. You're going to work 6 double crochets into that stitch. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now again, you're going to skip this stitch, and into the following stitch you're going to work your 6 double crochets, and that's the repeat. It's just working 6 double crochets into 1 stitch and then skipping the next stitch, and that's all it is here. Continue working like this, and at the end of this round you should have 15 sets of 6 double crochets. At the end of round 14, this is how it looks like. So here I worked my last set of 6 double crochets, and I have 1 stitch left. I'm going to skip that stitch, and I'm going to slip stitch using the first double crochet of this round, which is right over here. I'm going to pick up both loops and slip stitch using that stitch. Let's go ahead and fasten up, cut our yarn. Now to work on this yarn tail, what I'm going to do is, coming on the inside, I'm going to use these 6 double crochets back loops, insert your hook using those loops. You can use a smaller hook if you want to, it'll be easier for you. But here, pick up as many as you can. Doesn't have to be exact. So here I picked up about 4, and I'm even going to pick up this. And now wrap your yarn tail around your hook and pull through all those loops. And now you can cut this yarn tail. And that's how I end it. It's just easier this way. But you can weave in your yarn tails any way you want to. For round 15, I'm going to use my eyelash yarn now. And what I'm going to do is, using any of the double crochets of the last round, I'm going to insert my hook into that stitch, wrap my new yarn around the hook and pull through. Hold on to your yarn tail. Now chain 1 and back into this first stitch that we just slip stitched into, and chain 1, we're going to work 1 single crochet. And I am working this yarn tail in, so I'm just holding on to it. And now all I'm going to do is just work 1 single crochet into each stitch around using this yarn. Now remember, you can use any yarn of your choice, or you can just skip this part. It's up to you here. So continue working your single crochets around, and I'll meet you at the end of this round and show you what to do next. At the end of round 15, this is how it looks like. Just adds a little bit of sparkle. Now to end this round, all we're going to do is just go ahead and slip stitch using the first single crochet. So slip stitch, chain 1 and cut your yarn. And we're going to weave in our yarn tails same way. Just using the single crochets, I'm just going to wrap it around my hook and pull through, and then repeat using the single crochets. And this way we don't have a whole bunch of yarn tails at the end of this rounds. We work on them as we go. So far our Christmas tree looks like a hat, but now let's go ahead and add the ruffles to the next part of the tree, and I'll show you how that's done. To add the next set of ruffles, we're going to skip this round right over here. So skip this double crochets and then move on to the next round right over here. So each time we're going to skip double crochets in between the ruffles, but if you want to, you can add ruffles to each round. It's up to you, but I'm going to skip one round, and using this round right over here, I'm going to come to the side and I'm going to be using the posts of the double crochet, so working on them this way. So here I'm just going to pick up any double crochet, it doesn't matter, and what I'm going to do is, using my hook, I'm going to go underneath that double crochet and come back around this way. Now I'm going to wrap my yarn around my hook and pull through, hold on to the yarn tail, chain 1, and now we're going to do our double crochets using the post of that double crochet. So I'm going to work a set of 6 double crochets all on the side of the double crochet, or the post of the double crochet. So here's 3, and once again I am holding on to the yarn tail so I can just work on it. 4, 5, and 6. Here we work the set of 6 double crochets using the post of the double crochet. Now we're going to skip this double crochet, wrap your yarn around your hook, go underneath the following double crochet, and work your double crochets using that post of that double crochet. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we're just going to repeat. We're going to skip 1 double crochet, and using the following double crochet we're going to wrap our yarn around the hook, go underneath that double crochet and work our next set of 6 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And once again, you're going to skip your next double crochet, and using the following double crochet, we're going to work our set of 6 double crochets using the post of that double crochet. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Continue working like this, using the posts of your double crochets to work on the sets of your double crochets, and then I'll meet you right at the end of this round to show you what to do next. At the end, this is how it looks like. Now let's go ahead and end this round by slip stitching into the first double crochet, which is right over here. Now at the end, I have a total of 15 sets of 6 double crochets. Now we're going to hide our yarn tail using the back loops. Just wrap it around and pull through all those loops that you picked up. Next, let's go ahead and work on one round of using our eyelash yarn. So just pull through the new color, chain 1, and work 1 single crochet back into that first stitch, and then 1 single crochet into each stitch around. Continue working like this, and I'll meet you at the end of this round. Here I finished working 1 single crochet all around, and to end is just the same way. We're just going to slip stitch using the first single crochet, and then cut our yarn and weave in the yarn tail same way. Here we finished working on 2 layers of our ruffles. Let's go ahead and work on the next one. So we're just going to repeat what we did to this one. We're just going to skip this round and work our ruffles round using this round. So pick up any of the double crochets, it doesn't matter. So I'm just inserting my hook underneath that double crochet. Wrap the color around and pull through, hold on to your yarn tail and chain 1. And into this post of the stitch of the double crochet, we're just going to add our double crochets, and we need a total of 6 double crochets. Here's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to go ahead and skip the next double crochet, and into the following double crochet we're going to repeat by working our 6 double crochets using the post of that double crochet. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. If it's a little tight, you can just push them to the side, and that way it'll open up the space for you. So you can go ahead and add your rest of the double crochets. And let's repeat. We're going to go ahead and skip this double crochet and into the following double crochet using the post of that double crochet. We're just going to repeat and work our 6 double crochets using that stitch or the post of that stitch. And that's pretty much it to this pattern. It's just working on your ruffles using every other row or round, and like that you're just going to continue and work on your tree. So here I'm just going to finish this round, then I'm going to go ahead and skip this round and repeat the same thing to this one, and like that just keep on working until the top, And don't forget, if you're adding the single crochets, you're just going to continue and add the single crochets around until your Christmas tree is complete. Here I finished working on one of the tree, and this is how it looks like. Now you can leave it as is and not add anything to it. You can stuff it if you want by using polyfill or using a cone. You're just going to place it on the inside. Just fix your ruffles, and if you're using a stand, you can glue it on the stand, or you can just place it on top and leave it as is. It's up to you here. And here's our finished tree. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.